we're very excited to celebrate them tonight and all they've accomplished. Just to let you know, I'm Colton Witt. I do marketing at the school and stuff like that. I'll be with you going through a lot of this through the night, and we got a lot of good stuff in store. We got some stuff we've never done before that I'm very nervous about, and we're going to see how it goes in just a minute. That's going to be very shortly, so if it's awful, I sincerely apologize in advance. Before we do anything else, before I say a prayer and any of that, one person I want to recognize before we forget, and that's Paula Simmons. Paula, will you stand up real quick? Everybody give Paula a nice hand. You may not know who she is. All right, you can sit, Paula. Raise your hand if you got a loan through the Utility Employment Credit Union. Raise your hand real high. Paula helped make that happen for these guys, so give her a hand. Give her a hand. Paula works in Pennsylvania. It's where she lives, and she travels a lot, but despite all that, she did not have to be here tonight, so we appreciate you, Paula. And those blue and green bags for all you guys, they are back there. You know now, so if you leave and you don't get one, that's on you. We told you, so make sure you grab one on your way out. Like I said, we're excited to celebrate these guys. Elite is an awesome place. What we love to do is help these guys. That is not BS. I mean that. We really want to help these guys, and we want to help them get into a great career. We want to help them grow as people. That's what the Elite Lineman Training Institute's about, and we're proud of what these guys have gotten to accomplish. So with that being said, I'm going to say a prayer, and then we're going to start our little surprise. All right. Lord, I love you. I thank you for how good you are. I thank you for being such an awesome God, and I thank you for every single person in this room. I thank you for the privilege that it is for myself and everybody that is a part of the staff of this place to get to do this and serve you through this school. And I thank you for these guys. I thank you for their families. I thank you for their friends, everybody who's here to support them. And I pray that as they start their careers, that you keep them safe and you help them to continue to grow as they leave here. We thank you, Lord, for all your great blessings. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Okay, so Ben Lanier, come to the stage. Everybody give Ben a big hand.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Okay, all right. Take a seat, Ben. Okay, so I got a cheat sheet. Now, yeah, are you nervous?
Nope.
Okay. Could have fooled me. So in the past, what we've done is we've done some like funny videos, and we've done like where the guys have told stories and like, you know, funny stories and stuff. So I started to film that with these guys. The audio was not very good when we were doing this, and so I was like, dadgummit, we don't really have much time. I was like, what if we did this live and in person? And that's a big wild card with these students. You don't know what they're going to say. So that's what I mean. This may really flop, but I trust Ben's going to do a great job. So we're going to go through this. I got some questions here and some different things. We're going to go through it. I know his stories, and some of these are really good. So, Ben, first off, you're from Massachusetts.
Up north, yeah. You guys don't like that place very much.
Well, I never said that, but you're.
Come on, it's true.
Okay, sure. And you're 19 years old. So, how have you liked coming to the South so far?
It's pretty great, honestly. You guys got some great sweet tea. That's why I got started off. It's been a good introduction from everybody. It was weird coming here, hearing all these accents. I bet mine sounds a little bit weird, but
a little. But
hearing Shane talk for the first time, I couldn't hold in my chuckles. It was pretty funny. But yeah, no, it's been good. From up north, they got a lot of bad gun laws, obviously. So I get to go to Hayden's house and experience the way of a country boy, I guess, if you want to say it.
You shooting guns.
I shot some guns. We blew some stuff up. We had a big fire.
Was this the first time you ever shot a gun?
It was the first time I shot a gun, and that fired me up, I tell you.
Okay. Well, I mean, what all did you shoot?
I shot a pistol, I shot a deer rifle, and a shotgun.
Awesome. And you blew stuff up, you said?
I blew stuff up.
That's awesome. That is the South. That's great. So let's transition from that. Like, so you've come all the way from Massachusetts to the Elite Lineman Training Institute. We're glad you found us. We're glad you're here. What's your thoughts been of the school itself and your experience at the school?
Well, the school is great. I made a good time. It was definitely a great idea coming here. All the instructors are great. If Randy's okay. We really learned a lot. Pretty much grew a big family here, and everybody here likes each other. I mean, I think they like each other at least. But we were pretty much forced to work as a team, and I think it was probably one of the best ways to spend my money and spend my time. Honestly, yeah, it was just great.
Well, that's great. Tell me about some of the things that y'all did to bond.
Well, in the start of the week, we were all pretty nervous. We didn't really get along too well. We didn't know each other well, and it kind of all started when we would go up to people and flick each other's nipples. And it was a big thing. Everybody was doing it. The instructors even started doing it. You'd walk around the corner, you'd talk to Shane for 1 second, and then he'd flick you in the nipple. We all got pretty friendly after that. I guess we touched each other's nipples enough, and we got to know each other. That grew into a karate thing too. Pretty much it was Kaysen and Luke. They just went toe to toe at some points, and all that karate stuff, we'd be going up to each other, we'd throw hands up, and then even Shane got into it pretty good. You'd be standing there talking to him, you'd give him a nipple flick, and then his hand would be at your throat. But all in good memories, I guess.
Yeah, that's great. Good times. So let's move to another thing. So one thing Elite is known for is the character development we do, and the guy involved in the character development is Pastor David Brown. David, raise your hand real high. There's David right there. What are your thoughts on that and David?
Well, David's great, honestly. He helped me out. I'll get into that in a minute. We all grew our character. We were, I guess, young boys at the start of this. We became somewhat men for a little bit. But we started to work. We started to sit in the classroom. He gave us some papers. We said some prayers. He sang us some pretty good songs. And we all grew. We got to talk about our hobbies. And he just makes you feel welcome, so it's a great time.
Well, you said there was something that happened with David. What was that? And let me. I already know the story. We both know where this is going, so I'm gonna set this up. One thing I want you to know about this man right here is he loves what? You tell him.
Lottery tickets.
Now tell your story.
Man, I love lottery tickets. If any of you has a spare dollar and wants to go in on a bet, I'll take it. Anybody. All right, we'll talk about that later. But so David, we were talking in class, and he was going on about his lecture. I don't remember what that one was about. But he was showing us some, he's cracking up. But he was showing us some dollars that he had got from Africa, and they were, it was pretty crazy to see the difference in money, and he was showing us the difference of what you could get there and what you could get here, and he brought out a $50 bill. And I looked at that 50, and I said to him, David, you can get a lot of good scratches with that. And he said, you got any change? I said, what do you mean? I said, yeah, I got change. Why? He's like, all right, go get $25 worth of scratch-offs. I'm like, you're serious? This is Pastor David right here you're talking about. Not a gambling man, I wouldn't think. And so he gave me the money. I really didn't believe it. He told Amy. I feel like she was probably a little disappointed, but I think he made a great choice with that. I had a great time with it. So I had gone to the store, got some scratchers after eating a good lunch, and I brought them back, scratched them in front of everybody. And I had a great time doing it, and I won on all three, baby. He may have just won his money back, but we had fun, and Amy ended up with $25 because I don't think she gave it back.
Okay, well that's great. So you got a pastor to gamble, so that's fun. Now here's another thing. Now this was a story that we thought about leaving out of this, but we're gonna tell it because I got permission. So one thing that happens when you get in trouble at Elite is you can get points, and if you get 15 points, you're out. Did you get any points?
Oh, I got some points.
You did.
Just a couple points. Yeah, I got a little bit.
What happened?
Well, all right, let's start it off. We're going to start off on a grocery trip. That's where that went. Me and Corbin were on a good grocery trip, and we had gone to look at some guns, some fishing stuff, the usual, and we had walked by a splatter gun. He took a look at it, and I said, I'm not going to buy one. It's $47. It's big money for a gun that shoots little Orbeez. So he got it. We brought it to the house, and as you guys just heard, I'm a gambling man. So we brought it to the house. We started shooting it, not inside at the time. Outside, we had some red Solo cups. We were shooting them down at distances, and I was like, hey, you want to bet on that? And we do some bets on the Solo cups. And then we started shooting at each other. We were like, hey, shoot me with this. And we just decided that it'd be a good idea. So we went on another trip to Walmart so I could get a splatter gun. And before Kason was home, he was at home doing whatever he does at home. And we had got the splatter guns, me and Corbin, and I don't know what Nick was thinking at the time because he hadn't heard about them yet. And me and Corbin, we turned the lights off, we got ready, we got our sweatshirts on, and we had wars in that house. Like, I'm talking black sweatshirts, black pants, wars. We'd slide on chairs. Man, that was fun. And then when Kason showed up, we heard his truck. It's pretty loud. And we heard his truck show up. We hid outside right by the house and started lighting him up. I've never seen that boy run so fast. And then so he got one. And we had a group of cleaning ladies, so those Orbeez, they made a good mess. And we planned on cleaning them up, but we didn't. So through all that Orbeez, it was probably about a month of it. We had a target hung up with an eye splice. We had just wars. They double teamed me. I double teamed them. Well, I wouldn't. They pretty much just double teamed me, I guess. And they made a mess. They splattered everywhere. No damage. And we really learned our lesson. Randy hammered that one hard, but you'll never get rid of that good memory, so.
Okay. All right. We'll leave it with that. So the last thing we'll talk about, and this is another thing people can get in trouble for in the class. This was not anything you got in trouble for, so you're in the clear on this one. Well, I don't know. But anyways, and that's sleeping. So some guys sleep in class. Let's as we wrap this up, we're going to tell about the one, and then we'll do the other one with Andrew Warner here in a second.
All right, I'm going to start this off with nobody better fall asleep in the crowd, because if Randy finds an Expo eraser, he'll drill you even if you're in the back row. So Randy was going on either one of his rants or teaching us something, and Wally, we had the comfy chairs at some point, and they leaned back all nice, and they had downgraded to some plastic chairs. One, because they smelt, because we stink, and two, because I probably fell asleep a bunch in those real comfy chairs, and I had no idea what was going on. Pretty much we were all dozing off, but he's the unlucky one, is Wally right there. He was asleep in his chair far back. You could notice it from anywhere. And Randy, he grabbed that Expo eraser off the wall and threw it and drilled him in the head. And you'd think an Expo eraser is a styrofoam, not too heavy. Man, he woke him up quick. That was good. He drilled him.
Well, and we got another one, and we both know where this one's going. So we're going to bring up an example, and I'm going to move my stool right back here. So as you tell this next story is about who?
Bailey and Andrew Warner.
Okay. So this is Bailey. You're going to play Bailey. Please fall asleep. Fall asleep.
All right,
Okay, so tell us how this went down.
Andrew Warner had taught us about OSHA, and we did the OSHA certifications, CPR, flagging, whatever, all that boring stuff that we were sitting in the class all week, hoping we'd get out and climb poles until we regretted that. But Andrew's funny. We all pretty much fell asleep during that. And Bailey was the one asleep with his head on his desk. I fell asleep too. He scared me a little bit, but not as bad as he scared Bailey. And that's probably why Bailey's hard hat broke, honestly. He couldn't keep a hard hat on ever, and that's probably what broke it, honestly. So I'm going to do a quick example of what Andrew did to Bailey while he was asleep.
I'll hold your mic for you. Okay. So here's Bailey sleeping. And he woke him up. So there you have it.
And broke his hard hat.
And broke his hard hat. Okay, that's all we got. So give Ben a big hand. Ben, you pulled it off. Good job, buddy.
Who said it?
Here.
Who said it?
All right, give that to Shane. All right, next to the stage, Randy Annunziata. Give Randy a hand.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to take this time to thank you for coming to tonight's graduation. I'm pleased to stand here and tell you how proud we are of this group of young men, most of them, that is. And everything they said is true. They got in a lot of trouble for shooting those little pellets in the house. This school first started as a thought that ran through the mind of Waylon Hasty. With a lot of prayer and guidance, through his faith, he was able to turn this dream into reality. Thus, Elite Lineman Training Institute was born. Through hard work, he was able to assemble a great team. This would enable us to work together to further his dream. A wise man once said, if you don't have a plan to reach your goal, it's just a wish. Here at Elite, we help you develop your plan so that, and most of you have seen so that on the board, right? So that you can reach your goal in life and have a successful career. Their journey to this day has been filled with long hours in the classroom and in the field climbing poles, building power lines. Our method of teaching is straightforward, right guys? We help to develop these young men into the person they will be proud of. This is accomplished through biblical teaching, basic line work skills, leadership, and hard work. Being on the end of a shovel, right? Post hole diggers. We teach from real world experience. We are linemen with a passion to teach. We pass our skills on to these young men. We have taken a group of strangers and helped them to grow and bond together, all from different backgrounds, yet with the same desire to learn and grow to become a lineman someday. We push our students to be the best they can be so that they get jobs, they will be ready to work and work hard. We push our students. When they come here, we have a nice little talk, and they know what they're getting into. And within a few days, they realize that this school, you're going to have to earn your way. You're not going to be able to just breeze through it. When it's raining like today, they're out there every day working. If the wind is blowing, if it's cold, if it's hot, these young men are out there. They have to experience the real world. So when they get into the real world, a man's world where they have to work, they know what to expect, and they know what's expected of them. Many of our students were naturals at climbing, some were not. We never gave up on them, right? Say yes. Say yes. They get pushed to find the inner strength to keep going. In line work, we have to push. Myself, Waylon, Shane, We're all linemen. We've done this a long time, and we know what it's like to be out there day in, day out, sometimes getting 3 or 4 hours sleep, going back to work to start the night again, to work through the night. We know what it's like to push and push and push to get the job done. We show up in your neighborhood when you're ready to go to sleep, and you sleep all night while we're out there working, setting poles, restringing wire, putting up transformers, and we drive away in the wee hours of the morning. We drive away, and we look in our rearview mirrors, and we see the lights on. We know we accomplished something. But you'll sleep through the night, and you'll wake up in the morning, you'll touch that light switch, and you'll go about your daily routine, not really giving it a thought as to what these young men here are going to have to do the rest of their life. They have to work hard, and they have to produce. It would take all night to tell you about each student, probably a few days. I hope that each student will share his experience with their family and friends. This has been a long but short journey. It started out, it seemed like it would take forever. And then all of a sudden it was gone. Just yesterday we were talking about how many weeks we had left, and it's already here. And then we were talking about getting jobs, and you're all employed. Now we need for you to go out and make yourself proud, make your family, your parents, your friends proud, and make us proud. That's why we give what we give while we're here. And that's why we continue to give to you when you come back. I'd like to thank everyone, and I'd like for you to give these young men a nice round of applause. Joe Dirt. We have a few that have some interesting nicknames. Right, Joe Dirt? Right, Crackhead? Bangs, who was just up here doing a comedy routine, but his nickname is Bangs because he's the only one. His hair really stops here, but he combs it down and lays it across his forehead. He's a little embarrassed because he's going to look like us in a few years with very little hair left. So embrace it, because it is coming. That hard hat will remove most of it. So I'd like to tell you guys I'm really proud of you. You've accomplished a lot in a short period of time. And go out in the world, work hard, and make yourself proud, okay? Joseph, thank you.
Hello. My name's Joseph Burridge. I was actually a student of Elite, and I got the opportunity to stay on and help with CDLs. So now I'm the CDL instructor. So aside from Lorenzo, who come in with a CDL, I get to experience one-on-one with each and every one of them through the process of getting their CDLs. And so we have a CDL award. When deciding on the CDL award, I think of who inspires me by showing hope, the ability to never give up, and all the perseverance they have. The person I chose this class struggled from the first day on the CDL lot. He never lost his composure, and he never gave up. And through his perseverance and hard work, Cole Bailey received his CDLs. Thank you. All right. Good job, buddy. All right, I'm going to hand it back over to Colton and Shane.
Thank you, Joseph. Everybody give Joseph a big hand. CDL. All right. Okay, so I'm back on the stage with my buddy Shane here. Yeah.
I'm really nervous to talk since Ben thinks I talk funny, so.
Yeah. Self-conscious about it now. We both
Very,
sound,
yeah.
yeah.
Microphone.
Okay, so again, my name's Colton Witt, Shane Hite, and what we're going to do, before we do anything else, we're going to ask all the Elite staff to come up on the stage with us. And y'all can stand right here behind these tables.
No autographs.
So this is our staff. Y'all got to meet everybody today, and we're super proud of all of them. What everybody's about is, like I said earlier, we're just about helping these guys. That's what every single person on this stage is about, and they've had introductions today, so we're just going to go on with it. So with that being said, we'll start the superlatives in just a second. We ready? No? Okay.
So
all right.
before we get started, I apologize for moms and dads and grandparents. You're going to be mad. We're going to hurt some feelings, but it's going to be funny.
Yes. And one thing I'd have you know, this is to give you a little context for what we're about to do. These are funny superlatives is what we call these. So essentially it's like, in high school there's superlatives, most likely to succeed, best dressed, stuff like this. Well, these are sort of making fun of these guys. And then we're also in the process of that going to give them awards. One thing I'll have all of you guys know, that not all of this is on Shane and I. Look around. It's your buddies. They did this to you. So a handful of them join us in a room, and we come up with these. So
yeah, what good friends they are.
Yeah. All right. You're first. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So this first one, all of these guys right here, for some reason, they all get worried about when they're looking for jobs. It ends up being a per diem, which is money in your pocket. That's extra over what you get paid hourly. So all of them usually depend. They start getting 2 or 3 opportunities, and they'll go, well, what's the per diem? So this one in particular, which you've already heard, loves scratch-offs. So most likely to spend all of his per diem money on scratches is Ben Lanier. Come here.
He's got a nice firm nipple.
You get to talk 5 minutes now, or you don't leave.
I was just talking for 10. Well, I guess you guys already know me a little bit. I don't like to prepare for things, and I make things a little bit harder on myself, so I didn't write anything. But I'm just going to go from the script here. My time here at Elite has been fantastic. All these guys, they're great. You'll never meet a group of guys like these ever again, I promise you that. You talk to each one of them, they got a different story, and the story's great. I want to thank all the instructors for helping us out through everything. Shane for flicking my nipple. And Waylon's been great, all the stories, the videos that we get to watch. He's good as gold, man. Colton, he's great with the camera. You can't really go wrong with a video with him. He's all around a great dude. CDL Joe, he knows how to handle a rig. Kembra, she's great too. If you could hear her without a microphone, she loves to talk loud. But honestly, she's just a great person in general. Pastor David, he fed me my lottery ticket, so I can't go wrong with that guy. Keith, look at that smile. That's contagious, honestly. You can't not smile looking at that. Randy. Randy has climbed us up and down a pole, but he means well and he cares more about this school than most anybody, so you got to really put it to him. And all the girls, the staff that helped us out through everything, helping us get a job and all that, I just want to thank everybody. And that's all I got about to say about that.
All right, Forrest Gump.
And a lot of these stories that some of these superlatives come from are probably inside stories, so we'll try our best to tell the story to make it make sense to you guys out 2 or 3, 4 rows on back. We'll do our best.
Okay, so for this next guy, look, I don't know too much about this whole award. I'm just going to read it and we're going to go with it. But I'm going to say this. This person did a lot of rodeo, and they broke their legs. That's pretty much all I got for you. So most likely to be a broken down rodeo clown, Hayden Lanier.
That was so mean.
Okay, I didn't prepare for this either, and it's not going to be 2 minutes long, like Shane said. But I'd like to thank everybody for the support, my family, my girlfriend, all the instructors and the ladies back here, especially Randy for pushing me. He made me want to quit a lot. A lot. That's all I got.
All right, so this next one, it always, probably week 3, well, we'll go 2. Week 2 to week 4 or 5, usually gets into I don't need to eat a whole lot of food because I'm probably going to throw up at the top of the pole because I've already got in trouble, and we've got to do so many climbs per day. Then when you get in trouble, you do climbs, you get to the top of the pole. After lunch, you throw up. Then you earn $1 from Randy. You get to sign your name on it, and it goes on the wall. That's what happens. So they probably don't usually go to buffets or anything like that during those weeks. They eat very light. But most likely to go to get a to-go box at the buffet is going to be Bailey Porter.
They always want to pick on the big guy. It's okay. I do. This definitely ain't going to be 2 minutes long, but I want to thank everybody for helping me out, all my friends, this entire class. They've pushed me through the entire thing. Entire staff, especially Randy. He's got on a personal level with me. He's helped me out a lot. I want to just thank all of them. They did a great job. I had a fun time here. I was definitely nervous the whole way through, but they helped me out, and that's all I got to say.
Good job. Okay, so for this next guy, let me tell you something. We talk about Southern accents, right? I got one. You can hear it. Shane's got one. This guy, he's got one. He's got one. He's got a good one. And you're going to get to hear it in just a second. But another thing about this guy is he's a big duck hunter. So when you combine, when my mind goes to Southern and duck hunter, it immediately goes to Duck Dynasty. So most likely to grow a beard, there it is, and star on Duck Dynasty, Kason Straightner.
He thinks he's a duck hunter.
Twang it, baby, twang it.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank everybody for coming out tonight. I know it means a lot to us, and I know y'all didn't have to be here. It's been a long, hard 11 weeks, and I'd like to thank my family. You know, it was different living on my own for the first time. I'd like to thank all the instructors for pushing us. It really did mean a lot to me. I am a professional duck hunter. Shane don't think so, and believe it or not, that picture was not Photoshopped. That was about 2 weeks ago before I shaved, so. But I just did want to thank everybody. Thank y'all for coming out tonight.
All right, so you always got one guy in the class that's probably going to tear up some stuff. They get to run several pieces of equipment. Probably they've never ran before, so we try to teach them just a little bit, or give them the opportunity to run it a little bit so they have an idea. But usually one piece, hopefully it's not too big, but it usually gets tore up. And it's easy as you see some of these superlatives, it's easy to get the low-hanging fruit. We're going to jump all over that right out of the chute. And this is one of those, somebody tears up something, we're going to ride them pretty hard the rest of the class. So, most likely to go from line worker back to a line cook for tearing up too much equipment is going to be Evan Moore.
Alrighty. Definitely not 2 minutes either. I'd like to thank my family. I'd like to thank the staff for pushing us, specifically the people that showed up that didn't have to, just to help us. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for coming out. See you.
Okay, so for the next one, there's not like a big long story with this one. One day, so there's two different buildings at Elite. You saw them. There's the office one, the classroom one. Over in the office one day, I noticed there was 2 bags of popcorn, kettle corn, and there's all these different flavors. And I was like, "Where'd this come from?" And says, "Well, and they said particular student, him and his dad, they make this kettle corn." Like, okay, well, tried it. The snickerdoodle was really good. Anyway, so most likely to work at a carnival, Dillon Center. There you go, bud.
This definitely ain't gonna be 2 minutes. I do not like talking in front of people, but thank you to my family, friends, for pushing me through this. Thank you all the instructors for pushing me. I do like to cook kettle corn. Sometimes me and my dad argue doing it, but I push through the day and make some money. So, thank you to everybody.
You've already heard just a little bit of a story about this one right here. So, obviously, these guys like to sleep a little bit on us. The eraser is a very safe way to wake somebody up. Could we throw a lot of other things? Yes. Would we like to throw other things that are a lot heavier? Yes. But the eraser's safe. So, most likely to have nightmares about erasers is going to be Wally Underwood.
I'd like to thank my family. I've been trying to get into this school for about a year and a half, and I had some stuff going on, so it prevented me from coming here, but this school is truly a blessing. I loved every minute of it. Love all my classmates. I hope y'all go off and do very well for yourself. I want to thank all the crews. But yeah, it's been real good. A lot of good memories with y'all. I just wish y'all the best. Good job.
Okay. All right, so for this next guy, so this individual, I didn't really notice this, but this was something his classmates noticed. Anybody ever had the energy drink Bang Energy? You raise your hand if you've had it. Okay, a few people. This person apparently drinks it all the time, like a lot. Every day, they're saying. So, picture please. Most likely to be a spokesman for Bang Energy, Colton Weaver.
His nickname is Macho, by the way.
I just want to say thank you to everybody at Elite, all the instructors, and everybody that helps out for helping us get this far. I want to thank my family and my friends for supporting me, and just want to say good luck to all my classmates. Thank you.
Oh, boy. I was going to lay off on this one just a little bit, but since it got brought up, you just come on up here. Nicholas Stevens, come here. So, you already know this guy's nickname was Crackhead from like the first day. And of course, everybody thought it was funny. You got to go here to the middle. Everybody thought it was hilarious. And so it just stuck pretty good. And when you're working on the crew, and even when you're out and about on your own, when you're on the crew, you're always trying to do stuff, and the homeless guy or the crack kid on the corner is going to come up, and he's going to ask for some weird...
Why are you making fun of me?
It just is what it is. So they're going to ask for an odd amount of change. So most likely to ask for 87 cents at a gas station is Nicholas Stevens.
Well, Shane, at least I'm not bald yet. Just saying. So I got full head of hair, and in the back too.
Enjoy it while you got it.
I got that party going on. I'll talk to you in 10 years about it, but
we'll see.
I want to thank Waylon Hasty for really taking the time on the weekends and inviting me to be a part of his day-to-day routine, meeting his lovely wife and his kids, and accepting me to go to church with Pastor David on Sundays. I want to thank my family and my sister and my girlfriend and my best friend down to the earth for coming down from New York to watch me graduate and to watch me kind of show off at a rodeo. Not really, though, but it'll do. I want to thank Randy for being a pain in my ass all the time, but he only did it because he knew I could do it, and that goes a long way. I'd like to thank Joseph for being a little patient with me being a little slow. Not the brightest at all, by means. And I'd like to thank the girls in the office for lying to me about Randy and helping me out with any questions I had about anything. That's all I got. Thank you.
Good job. All right. So for this next one, this one's pretty good. So this guy, like, he talks a lot. Now, this is a little bit different. So Ben talks a lot too, right? But he also talks a lot. And I would say they're different kinds of talks a lot. I think these guys know exactly who I'm talking about, I think, right away, me saying this person talks a lot. But with that being said, and this is accounts that I've heard, I don't really know this myself, but he's drama. He's a lot of drama. There's a lot of drama with this guy. And because there's a lot of drama, that played into the superlative that we gave this person. Throw the picture on the screen, please. Most likely to be on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Danny Vega.
So I just want to start off by saying thank you, everybody, all the classmates. Y'all really, if it wasn't pushing me, it was pushing all the other classmates to really get through it and, you know, get to where we're wanting to go. I want to thank all the instructors. Ladies, first off, Shane's taken, sadly. He's a married man. Randy, at first, I'm not going to lie, I hated the guy. Like, I absolutely freaking hated him. But he really pushed us, and once we got towards the end, we realized why he pushed us and why he did the things that he did. I want to thank CDL Joe for helping us all get our CDLs, being patient with us, because we all know it's not hard, or it's not easy to teach 18-year-olds how to drive a semi-truck. And I want to thank Colton for putting me in only one video. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. And all the ladies in the office for doing what they do, because, you know, I'd hate to freaking do that. But that's pretty much it. Thank y'all.
All right, so from week 2 on, these guys start learning about usually wire sizes, a few other things that we push them really, really hard to study on their own, come back, and we do, because it's the wire size test, and these guys know it's a huge benefit for them when they get on the crew. It makes the life of a lineman a whole lot easier if these guys know what they need, and they don't have to ask for it, and that guy to tell them what he's doing because he's got other stuff to do. So it ends up being a pretty big chore to get them to learn it. Plus, the way we help them learn that is to climbs, the ones that they miss, it might be 5 or it may be 10 per miss that they get to climb up and down. So it makes them study a little bit harder at home. So, and the other thing that we do here is we teach them never bet a lineman, except for Ben. He's tried it this time. But usually we try to double or nothing at some point in time in the class on how many climbs they've got. So if they've got 30, somebody in there is going to say, yeah, I'll do the double or nothing. Always. So they end up with a lot if they're not careful. So this guy, they was in the 30, in the 30s is what they had to climb. I don't know how many it was exactly. So they wanted double or nothing, so I picked me a guy. So this is the guy that was most likely to be the most clutch student in the class because he got all of them right and wiped all those climbs off for them. And these guys didn't appreciate that enough, I don't think, but they should. But that guy is going to be Justin Baker. And you wouldn't even know that he was back there because he just stays so quiet, but he pulled it out when he needed to.
Well, y'all know I don't prepare for nothing, so I just want to say thank you to all of y'all, say thank you to all the instructors back here and all the ladies that do everything that they do in the office, because without them, I think it would be a lot harder than it is. So that's all I got.
Okay, so I'm going to do this a little different, kind of like Shane did. Lincoln, will you come to the stage? Where's Lincoln? Here's Lincoln. Okay, Lincoln, come to the stage, please. And stand right here so everybody can see you real good. I mean, they can see you good here, I guess, but stand right there. So this is good. I'm just going to read it. I'm not even going to do a story. I'm just going to read it. Look at them. Look at them. Okay.
This was your friends, too, by the way.
These are your friends. Most likely to not get hired because they think he is a minor. Lincoln Farrar.
Y'all are wrong for that. Anyway, I'd like to thank God, first of all. I'd like to thank my family because they really helped me through everything. It was real hard at the beginning. I'd like to thank all the instructors, all the ladies in the class or in the office, because without them, this thing probably wouldn't run too well. I'd like to thank Randy too, especially because without him, I really don't know that I'd be able to climb a pole as fast as I could. But in saying that, thank y'all.
All right, so in this line of work, I'm going to ask this. I'm not going to go too deep with this movie. And has anybody who saw the movie Deliverance? Okay, so there's a scene in there where they're going down the river. They get out of the river. Then it ends up being about pigs and all that kind of stuff. So, but they're in the back, they're in the middle of nowhere. I'm not going that far with that. So in this line of work, you tend to get in the woods and you get out in the middle of nowhere in the middle of the night, and it's just horrible, and you want to get out of there, and there's going to be some old lineman that's going to say, hope you don't hear banjo music, as they send you on your way through the right-of-way with a flashlight. You're looking around, and maybe an hour later you show up, you get back to the truck, and you've either found nothing or everything's okay. So don't listen for the band. If you hear the banjo music, you need to turn around and come back. And then the rest of that story that I didn't go to usually ends up in that story somewhere. So I'm not going to go there. So, and this cat right here, he loves to play the banjo apparently. He never would play it, bring it in and play it. So I don't know. He says he can, and some other guy says he can. So most likely to not be scared by the banjo music is Brady Bearden.
The main thing that I just wanted to say was I've really enjoyed this program. It's been great. It's been fun, and I mean it's flew by. And I've come to realize that this is a great group of guys, and I hope that we can stay in touch because this is a great group of guys, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without them. I want to thank the instructors for how much effort they've put into teaching us the stuff they do. And simply just because of the fact that they want to watch us grow and they want to see us grow. And that's just something that I think is special to me. I also want to thank my family for helping me through everything and supporting me in all the thoughts and prayers. And I just want to thank everybody. Thank y'all.
So for this next one, I'm going to bring up a guy again. Jackson Hyde, come on up. Come to the stage. All right, Teapot. Yeah, come on up, Jackson. So, and it's in one of the videos. He talks about how he was like a backup to the backup in the football team or something like that.
It's okay. Don't be nervous. You're okay.
Third string quarterback. But no, that's not what we're talking about, okay? He also said that were you a point guard? You were a point guard? Were you good? Does that mean yeah? Okay, all right. That's all I got. All right, so wait till I say it to show the picture. Most likely to should have been an NBA player, Jackson Hyde. Show us the picture, please. There he is. There he is. All right, here you go, Jackson. There you go.
That's great. Like, wow. I never thought I'd be in the NBA, but I guess I was. I just want to say thank you to everybody that supported us, not even just my family, but everybody else's family. Like, y'all didn't have to be here, but y'all did. I don't know why my family showed up. I'm surprised I made it through. I ain't gonna lie. Like, 2 days into climbing, I was like, this is the rest of my life. But I stuck through it thanks to everybody that's behind me, especially everybody's favorite. It's weird seeing him in the glasses that don't change from dark, you know? The ones when you go outside, they go sun-shaded, and it's weird. Like, it's always clear. But thank y'all from the bottom of my heart, and I hope the best for all my fellow classmates. And just thank y'all so much.
I'm going to feel bad about this one. Some of these guys get pretty down because they've moved away from home for a little while, 11 weeks worth, and luckily these guys got to go back through Thanksgiving and see some family since we were off the whole week of Thanksgiving. But I think this guy was down a pretty good bit most of the time. Of course, we ragged him a little bit about what was wrong with him. Of course, I asked him probably if he smoked weed a lot, but anyway. So I feel real bad because he was super pumped today because his family had come and he was happy to see his family. He knew he was probably going to get to see them for a while. But tends to the smoking weed part of this is just kind of just moseying along. So most likely to be slower than time standing still is Aiden Boyd.
I just want to say thank you to my family for supporting me and helping me get to the point where I am today. And I want to thank all the staff and especially Randy and Shane for just being great instructors. And good luck to all these guys right here. Thank you.
So for this next one, so some of these, here's the thing. Some of these are harder than others. Some of them we got a story with these guys when we're getting in the room and we're trying to come up with these superlatives. We're like, okay, yeah, so-and-so, he did this thing, or so-and-so, he's whatever. This person, we're like, what is it, this guy? And one thing we knew about him is that, and I was in his room when he did the interview, the mock interview stuff, and one thing he talked about was his time in Detroit, and he worked in the sewers. Well, one thing, now I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to ask y'all this. Anybody, Ninja Turtles, y'all know the Ninja Turtles? Where do the Ninja Turtles live? In the sewers.
No, wait a minute. Nobody raised their hand. I know there's
I
some
saw
people
a few.
back there in the back that's my age that watched the original Ninja
the
Turtles.
Ninja Turtles. Y'all know the Ninja Turtles. Raise them high. Okay.
There we go. That's how
there
it
we
works.
Go.
Good job.
Yeah. So, most likely, and let's show the picture. Go ahead, show it. Most likely to turn into a Ninja Turtle after working in the sewers, Bradley Tank.
Well, I definitely didn't prepare for this, but I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight, and especially thank the staff for doing what they do and get us to where we got to go. And want to thank the classmates for pushing everybody. And I know it was hard, but 11 weeks went by fast. And everybody go pursue their dreams and everything else. I'll see y'all on down the line. That's all I got.
All right, I'm going to have to call this next one up here. Luke Hawkins, come here. You stand right there in the middle, and you just, no, this is not the middle. Yeah, there you go. Just look at, you can't grin or nothing. You just look at the, so if you just look at his face.
What about my
You
face?
just wait. I'm doing this. Usually, whenever he gets asked a question from one of us, it's that look right there. So confused, don't even know if there's anything there. We don't know where we're going. Right? That's where that went most of the time. So, most likely to be.
That's it?
That's it, yeah.
Wow. Wow. That took a lot of thought, didn't it? All right. I just want to thank every one of the students. I made a lot of good friendships. I want to thank all the girls in the offices for teaching me how to make deviled eggs the correct way. I just want to thank all the instructors. They were a good help, and I'm glad to say that I went to Elite, so thank y'all.
Okay, so this next guy here, I'm going to go ahead and tell you who it is. It's his brother. And, again, we're going to get you to come up on the stage, and then we're going to show a picture. Not yet. You can stand in the middle just like your brother. There you go. Okay. All right, show the picture, please. Most likely to be a mall Santa, Will Hawkins. Here you go, Will.
I ain't gonna lie, I knew it was coming. That's all I've heard the past 3 or 4 weeks. I just want to thank everybody, all the staff. This school's really impacted my life. I've learned a lot of good things, mostly that I'm a freaking idiot. But I've enjoyed all my time here, and I made a lot of friendships that I'll have hopefully for the rest of my life. So I just want to thank everybody for this great opportunity. That's it.
This one right here was way too easy. So there's times in the class when we try to stay on a pretty good schedule. If we don't, it kind of throws some other weeks off and throws some CDL stuff off. So there's times where there's a little bit of standing around. We're trying to do some hurt man rescue at this point in time, pole top rescue and bucket truck rescue. So I look over, and we've got two rescue dummies that we roll out in a wheelbarrow from storage and roll them up. So I look over, and this one guy sitting in the wheelbarrow with the handles down on the ground. He sat back, laid back. His hard hat was propped down like this. And I think he was gone. Later on in the class, this is probably week 9 or 10. I don't. Anyway, he's got one of the arms, one of the bow tie arms. I know y'all probably saw it. One of the bow tie arms. He's got a little dip in it, just a perfect spot for your butt to sit in. So he had that thing propped up against the pole. He was sitting down on it in that little groove, and he was set back, and he was out. Then one of the close to the last week sometime, Randy sees him down. He's laid down out in the middle of everybody, flat on his back, just taking the most wonderful siesta. I think he was probably gone. I don't know if he was all the way out or not, but he was enjoying it. So, most likely to fall asleep on the job is going to be Justin Cruz. I got to give you credit. That's some pretty ingenious.
I will say I'd find the worst spots to find the most comfortable spots at. And that wheelbarrow was pretty comfortable. I was sitting in it again today. At the rodeo, I was in the little Connex, just sitting in it, just chilling.
I believe it.
And then, I don't know how I thought of that bow tie thing, but it was pretty comfortable too, and I was asleep. I was laid against the pole. I was dead asleep. And then sitting on the ground over there in the back, Mitch told me, he goes, "You better get your butt chewed out. Here comes Randy." And I jumped up so fast. He still got me. But I just want to thank everybody, Mom especially. She kept me going through this. There was times where I told her that I wanted to quit, come home, find something else to do, but she told me not to, so here I am today, graduating. I want to thank classmates. Some of them got on my butt, some of them didn't. But I just want to say thank you to all of y'all. Thank you to Randy. Just like Joe Dirt said, I do not like you at all, but I like you now. You're pretty cool now.
You made it.
I did make it. Thank you for Kimbra and CDL Joe. I failed my CDL test so many times. My CLP, I failed it like 8 times. Finally got it, and then failed my CDL test first time I took it, but they pushed me through it, and I finally got it. So thank you to both of y'all. And that's all I got.
Okay, so this is another Photoshop one here, and let's bring him up. Riley, come to the stage. All right. Okay, so we got our mall Santa. Give us our picture, please. Most likely to be a mall elf, Riley Blackwell.
Here at Elite, I've grown so much. Me and my classmates have been to I'm 5'5", by the way. Me and my classmates have been through a lot of pressure and hard work throughout this course. I've met many new friends at Elite, from classmates to instructors and to the men and women that work in the office. One of my biggest achievements at this school is discovering who I am and what I stand for. After a short period of time, me and my classmates formed a strong brotherhood. In this brotherhood, we had to face difficult challenges throughout this program, as in doing punishment climbs, building power lines for the first time, and dealing with mental challenges. I'm so thankful for the men and women that work in the office and my instructors, because without them, I would not be the person I am today. Before I started my journey at Elite, I told myself that I wanted to be the best version of myself. And within my classmates helping me throughout this program, I know deep down in my heart that I have achieved this goal. I wanted to say thank you to all my classmates, to the men and women that work in the office, and the instructors, and good luck in having a great future.
All right. This guy had his brother that came through the class several classes ago. Big time talker. Talked to Dad today. And the two boys are just world of difference. One you couldn't keep quiet. One you can't get to talk a whole lot. But when he finally does say something, it's usually a lot of hand motions. He talks a lot with his hands, which is okay, as long as you don't poke somebody in the eye or something, but it's okay. So since Randy's here, most likely to see, and we use crane operation signals is what we kind of get into. So most likely to send crane signals in Italian, gauge long.
Well, I ain't much of a talker, y'all know, so just want to say thank you to everyone over here pushing us and classmates, but appreciate y'all.
Good job, buddy. Okay, so for this next guy, one thing, so when they're in the pole circle, I'm usually out there filming, I'm filming throughout the class, and this was one thing that the guys noticed, and I forgot about it until they brought it up and we were talking about this. He would sing Christmas carols in the middle of September, or October. It was not time. It wasn't time, but he was singing them, and particularly the one, boom, 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 that one. And so he would go into that one, and I'm like, okay, whatever floats your boat, man. But here's the other thing, and this was something that I was told. He's a hothead as well. Didn't know that. Christmas carols and hothead, that's a combination. So with that being said, most likely to get in a fight while caroling, Cole Mathis.
Well, I'm just going to wing it here. I want to thank the instructors for giving me the opportunity to prove myself to them and work hard and them teach me. And as Randy always said, do stupid things, you get stupid prizes. So we did a lot of stupid things. We got a lot of stupid prizes. So just kind of keep that with yourself so you don't do the same as us. Thank you.
All right, so this goofball I guess he loves the fact that he's probably missing a couple of teeth, and he tends to want to take his teeth out when we're having a picture made. He's like, can I take my teeth out to get your picture made? No. So most likely to misplace his teeth is Corbin Buckaloo.
didn't really prepare for this, but I'd like to thank everyone that helped support me. I'd like to thank Ben and Kason for helping me find my teeth when I lost them. And I'd like to thank all the instructors for not making fun of me too much for missing 2 teeth or not knocking any more out. I thought Randy might have knocked a few out, but still gonna happen. And I'd like to thank everyone at Elite for helping me, and that's about all I got.
Good job, bud. Okay, all right. Well, this one, oh boy. Okay, so now I'm gonna preface this next one. Okay, the person in this story did nothing wrong. Okay, did nothing wrong, but the superlative is going to make it sound like he did, but he didn't. Okay, let me start there. So, as it has been mentioned, there's a cleaning service that we are no longer affiliated with. Super Elite Clean. Oh, sorry. Anyways, this particular person, so they were cleaning one of our houses, and what ended up happening was this person had a TV in his room. Now, he had this TV on a bin, I guess like a Rubbermaid storage bin kind of thing. It's his TV. He can do what he wants. Well, they broke the TV. He didn't break the TV. They broke the TV. And they, got on to us or whatever, how this is going to play out. So with that being said, most likely to take a cleaning lady's paycheck, Lorenzo Adams.
I would like to thank the school. I'd like to thank all the instructors, my family for being there for me when I was up here. I'd like to thank all the ladies in the office, and this was a great experience for me, and I wouldn't change it.
Oh, boy. So this guy, a little bit older, comes to the class. We kind of introduce ourselves in the very first day, or even the orientation on Friday. Introduce yourself, what we've done for the past year, if you just got out of school, or where you've worked. So this guy's been in college. Okay, how long have you been in college? I don't know, it's like 8 years or something. I don't know, 6 or 8. I don't know how long I don't remember exactly. So, of course, we imagine that. We ragged him about that pretty hard. So Muck's doing these superlatives with the bunch that we gathered around to kind of get some ideas. I asked him what he went to college for, and it's physical education. Maybe I need to go to speech. So, most likely to need 30 years of college to become a PE teacher, Mitch Kavanaugh. That was an easy one.
I think Shane's just mad because he's from Alabama. My experience here at Elite has been awesome. Wouldn't change it for a thing. I'd like to thank all the instructors, everybody that's been a part of Elite, from the CDL instructors to the climbing instructors, David Brown for giving us his time to come speak with us every week, Colton for doing the social media posts, all the ladies in the office, super helpful whenever we had questions or needed help. And last, I'd like to thank my dad for encouraging me to come down and give this a shot. So, thank you.
Okay, so this next guy, listen, I didn't know anything about this one, so I'm just going to go with what I was told. So this guy's a sports fan. I'm a big sports fan. And y'all know the definition of a bandwagon fan. All right, Alabama's doing great. They're an Alabama fan. You know, the whoever else, you know, it's the Cowboys. It's the whoever's doing really good. They're a fan of that team. And apparently he's jumped all over the place as a bandwagon fan. That's all I know. So with that being said, most likely to jump companies, Garrison Cochran.
Roll Tide, by the way. Whenever I first came to Elite, that first few weeks, I was wondering what I got myself into. It wasn't easy. I'll say that. Closest I've ever been to quitting something without quitting, but I ended up sticking through, and I'm so glad I did. I made some good friendships, and I'd like to thank all the instructors. They helped me out a lot throughout the whole process. All the staff members too, they're all so helpful. They pushed me to be the best person I can be, and thank y'all.
So this one is pretty easy. I mean, this is an easy one to get. He's the last guy. He knows who he is. It's really easy to pick this one when you're the old guy in the class, but you're in the class with a bunch of 18-year-olds. Some of them are a little bit older, but some of the older ones act like 18-year-olds. But anyway, so most likely to have a parent-teacher conference with Randy and myself on behalf of his classmates is Ronald Miller.
It's a little one. All right, I want to start out by saying this experience at Elite has been great. I've learned a lot about myself, gained a lot of knowledge in the process. I want to say thank you to the team here at Elite. You guys have been truly awesome. From the instructors to the office ladies, I truly appreciate everything you've done for us. Thank you to my wife and my family for supporting me every step of the way through this journey. To my classmates, I've gained a lot of brothers here, and I wish you all the best in your careers.
Okay, so I didn't know how I was going to do this one, but I've got an idea. So, David Brown, will you come stand right here, please? Okay, so all right, hold on, everybody calm down. Okay, so I'm also going to call out some other people that they have no idea this is coming. Noah Brown, Joseph Brown, would you please come to the stage? I know, come on, just come up here. Okay, these are David's sons. Say hello to them. Y'all can give them a hand. I heard somebody start. Yeah, there you go. That's it. Yeah. Okay, boys. Oh, was Micah here somewhere? Oh, I didn't see him. Okay. Well, okay, Micah's back there. We'll just stay here. So, boys, I want you to meet your long-lost brother. Most likely to be Pastor David's long-lost son, Cole Bailey.
All right, on a serious note, I just want to thank my family, thank all the instructors for helping me and pushing myself. Thanks to my mom for just
helping me through this. It's been a tough process, but I pushed through it. That's all I got to say.
That's all I got. It's time for the serious ones. Yep. Oh, yeah.
All right, so, boy, did not know this was going to happen. So after that superlative I handed out, I got to eat a little bit of crow. But anyway, so you saw the third to second place at the actual rodeo. So this is going to be your Class 14, 2022 rodeo champion.
And he's got a prize down here.
Oh, yeah.
And no, not that. No. This right here. All right. Go ahead.
All right, so you get what's in that bag. It's going to be Luke Hawkins.
Yeah. There you go. You can say one more time.
Well, I didn't know I was going to win, so I don't really have anything prepared. But it was a fun time. I had fun today. And y'all are good competition, so I enjoyed it. Can I open it?
You can open it. Go ahead.
Christmas came early. Let's see. Well, got me a hat. Let's see if it fits. Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. There's more.
Mystery box. We'll do a little ASMR. Let's see. I got me a coffee mug. Look at that.
Yeah. All right. Very good.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Sorry, no money.
No money. That's coming in a week.
That was super ironic that your superlative was blank on that. We didn't know that he was going to win that, by the way.
Everybody give Luke one big hand as he walks off. Grab your certificate. Good job.
So we're getting into the serious superlatives now. So we always, you can go with me if you need to right here. We kind of sent out some kind of a survey to let these guys kind of be included in some of these serious superlatives amongst some of what our thoughts are.
That's correct. I don't have anything to add to that.
Okay, I was waiting on you to do it.
About this particular guy.
Right. So this guy, super encouraging. Yeah, you've already heard him talk.
A lot.
A lot. But just pushing these guys, somebody get down just a little bit, you can't help but not laugh, sure, when you look at him. Plus, he's just super energetic. So it just bleeds over to everybody. So you can't not like him. So we gave this guy most encouraging. He's going to be Ben Lanier.
Good job, Ben.
Well, thank you, everyone. That's a surprise, man. I guess I do encourage some of these guys. When they make me a little mad, I might make them a little mad at sometimes, but I can't really believe this. But it feels good. I'm glad I was able to encourage everybody and make everybody laugh, and I wouldn't trade coming here for a thing. I love all you guys.
Yeah, very good. Good job, bud.
All right, so this next guy, you've heard a little bit of his story. Went through a good bit of stuff before coming to this school, which pushed him back from coming to the school. Gets here just a little bit out of, just from all that stuff, I'm sure his mind is just a little bit out of, and a little bit sideways, just all the chaos going on. Then you meet us, and you're climbing, and Randy's driving you pretty hard. just grows a lot. It makes you grow. So most overall growth is Wally Underwood.
Well, I really don't know what to say, but I want to thank all of them back there for pushing me to help me be a better man than I ever was. But like I said earlier, it's been a real blessing to come here. Love all these guys out here. Love all the staff members. But they helped me become who I was, so I just want to thank them so much. And that's about it.
Good job, bud. Good job. This is the big one.
That works better this way. So this guy, Klein Tools.
Look
You
at
wanna open
this.
that up?
I'll open it. Yeah.
Okay. So Klein Tools has donated this fancy little cooler
For the winner of this
Yes.
award.
for this award. He's got it's full of a bunch of stuff. If Colt wants to take it out, he can. There's some earbuds in there. There's sockets, glasses, T-shirt.
Oh, and when we were, when Waylon and Randy and I were out in Kansas for the International Lineman Rodeo, and you can show that, lineman, I think it's I just got to read that. Lineman'sfactory.com, they donated this to the top student, this shirt. They said they wouldn't give us anything unless we gave it to a student, so that's what we took from them, and we're giving it to our top student. Also, earbuds, sockets, flashlight, magnetic mug, socks, how about that? And some glasses. So that's what you win. Let's throw it back in the box.
So this guy, just overall, super, I don't know, just kind of keeps everybody tied down and don't let him get too out of whack. Totally different from his brother. It's weird, but anyway. So these guys actually thought the same thing here amongst us. So this guy I got best overall is Will Hawkins.
Well, this is a surprise. I think there's a lot of guys in here. I think really we're all the best overall. We all pushed through as one team. It's how we were all able to finish together. We finished strong, and thank y'all. I'm blessed, and yeah, I'm shocked. That's all I got, I guess.
Yeah. Good job. All right, that's all. Guys, I just ask you to stand up one last time, and everybody give them one big hand. This is the 14th class of the Elite Lineman Training Institute. Good job, guys. Y'all can all sit back down. And to close us out, our founder, Mr. Waylon Hasty.
Thank you guys for coming. We're grateful for the support. This is an amazing team, amazing group of students. I don't really have anything prepared similar to these guys. I know you guys are probably tired of clapping and as hungry as I am. So I got a shake in my voice because of the bond that these guys make. And what happened to our friend Gordon? Man, he's gone. And he won't be back. And he stood on this same stage, talked through this same microphone. And you can tell, like, one of the things that we try to teach from the early on is we want these guys to get out of their comfort zone. Like, that's where growth is. That's where personal growth is. And one of the things that we try to teach early on is if you don't know who you are, you can't grow where you are. You got to figure out who you are to be able to grow in whatever capacity that is. It don't matter if it's line work or nursing or, whatever your career choice is. And that you see that, and I hope that you see what we see. Because when you get to see a group of young men like this, 11 weeks ago, if you had asked these same guys to come up here in front of this many people and talk, no way. They didn't even want to talk in front of like 20 or 30 of us when we got started. And that's just a small, very small piece of what we get to be a part of. And it is truly, truly, truly amazing when you get to wear our shoes to see that. We hope that you've seen that, because it's one of the things that we teach from the heart. And when they get out of their comfort zone, they build that bond. And once that bond happens, I mean, these guys are thicker than thieves. They are truly, truly, truly tighter than than most were with like high school classmates. And it kind of hurts my heart a lot, and it hurts the heart of our team to know that we've actually lost 2 this year. It's the only 2 since we founded that we've ever lost. And one of the things that we try to do is leave it all on the table. And you've heard these guys speak to that, and that's kind of what I would leave you with tonight is you know, as you support these guys tonight, support them for the rest of their career in life like you have today. We'll do our best to do as well, but you know as well as I do, when you jump into a working career, it don't matter what it is, it's hard. And that lineman title comes after 8,000 or 10,000 hours of working experience. And that's what's ahead of them. And the first 4,000 is horrible. It is horrible. And it's hard and it's tough. And for most of us people that have experienced that, we know what they're up against. And it just kind of hurts. It probably hurts your heart because they're up against some tough stuff. And what I would relay to you is it's our job to support these guys. And I thank you so much, just in the conversation and the loss of Gordon, who was really near and dear to all of us. Gordon, the guy that passed, he came and talked to these guys. He has not missed a class. These guys met and shook hands with him. He has poured his heart into every class. And just as the heart of Gordon would be that way, I pray that you guys would be that for them, and us would be that for them, because we're going to miss Gordon. He was a huge part of our family. And I want to say that for you guys up here, the message I would give you, if you've never heard anything else I would say, never give up. Don't give up. Do not give up. That is the message I would relay to you as we close. Let's pray and we'll be done. Lord, we love you. We're thankful for these guys, and I pray that anything that goes on, that be it in a setting like this or in a working career, in the lives and the families of every person that's represented here tonight, I pray for all of those you'd be with them, and that none of us, not one of us, would try to get the glory and honor away from you. We know that we are where we are because of you, and we pray from the bottom of our heart that you would be with Gordon and his family, because he meant the world to us. And it's going to be hard, and we're going to miss him, and we don't have all the answers, different emotions that come with that, and just the discussion of it. But for the guys and their families and friends that are represented here tonight, I pray that for all of them, that they would seek your face and your will would be done in their lives. We're so thankful that you would allow us to gather. We're more blessed than we deserve. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank you, guys.
Hey folks, this is Randy from Elite Lineman Training School. I'd like to thank you for watching our video. And if you really like and enjoy it, please hit the subscribe button down below and join us. Thank you. Have a great day.